Welcome students, this is Ravi Shankar. See, in our last session, we have studied about the lightning arrestor whose working is based on the action of points or corona discharge. So the last concept that I have dealt is considered to be action of points, or otherwise we are considering that action of points as corona discharge. See, I have explained this in such a way that corona discharge or action of points is the phenomenon of leakage of electrical charges through sharp points in a conductor. While studying this action of points, this principle is used in two concepts. I have given two examples. One of the example, I have considered it as lightning arresters or lightning conductors. The second one is Van de Graaff generator. The second example where the action of points is being used is Van de Graaff generator. These are the two examples that were being given in your book, and regarding the lightning arrestor, I have already dealt in the previous video. Today, let us move on to the next example. The next example, we are considering this as a generator known as Van de Graaff generator, a 5-mark question and an repeatedly asked important question. See, what is this Van de Graaff generator? This Van de Graaff generator is a device with the help of which a very large potential or voltage, a very large potential can be obtained. The large potential that can be obtained is in the order of 10 to the power of 7 volt. See, such a more than 1 million, 10 million volt of potential or potential difference or voltage can be developed with the help of this generator, and that generator we are calling it out as Van de Graaff generator. See, under what principle this Van de Graaff generator is working? Generally, we can consider two basic principles. One, we can say it out as electrostatic induction. Without contact or with contact, the charges can be transformed from one body to another. And second one, what we have studied in the previous class, called to be action of points, or otherwise it is called to be corona discharge. Corona discharge. So when I am considering this principles, two principles, one is the electrostatic induction, defined as the inducing charges from one body to another body with or without the actual contact. And the second one is the action of points or corona discharge, which is being defined as the phenomenon or the process of leakage of electrical charges through sharp points. That we are calling it out as its a principle. Okay, let us study about this concept. What is the use of this? That we shall study it in the final part of this question. Okay, first of all, let us consider a small description. See, in the year 1929, it was a scientist called to be Robert J. Van de Graaff. Robert J. Van de Graaff, the man who developed this device. So the Robert J. Van de Graaff developed this device or this machine. Okay, this device or this machine. And the purpose of the machine is to develop a large potential difference in the order of 10 to the power of 7 volt or 10 million. Let us consider the description of the apparatus. See, I will be explaining the description with the help of the diagram. So let us consider the description of the diagram or description of the device. The device consists of a hollow spherical shell. Let us consider this hollow spherical shell as A. This hollow spherical shell is having a small opening at its bottom. The hollow spherical shell is mounted on two insulating pillars or on two insulating stand. So let us consider this as two insulating stands. Let us consider one as S, another one as S dash. So I can take A as the hollow sphere, A as the hollow sphere, and let us consider S dash as insulating stand, which is used for supporting that hollow sphere. Okay, insulating stand. Then you are having two pulleys. One of the pulley is kept inside this hollow sphere and another pulley is placed at the bottom. Let us take one of these pulleys as B. Let us take this pulley as B and let us consider this pulley as C. So I can write B comma C. They are considered to be two pulleys. In these two pulleys, we can consider the pulley B, and this pulley B is made to get rotated or connected to, is rotated with the help of a motor. Is rotated with the help of what? Rotated with the help of a motor. Okay. Now, we can consider like this. The pulley B and the pulley C are being joined with the help of an endless rubber belt, or we can say they are being joined with the help of an endless silk belt. So this we are calling it out as either this is considered to be an rubber belt, or we can consider this as silk belt. Usually we are calling this as endless silk or endless rubber belt. The reason is continuously the belt is revolving in between the two pulleys B and the C. When the pulley B is made to get rotated with the help of the motor, then the belt will run between the two pulleys B and C. Now, there are two metallic combs. You know, comb, chip. So, how that comb will be available? That comb will be having a base. Over that base, you will be having what? You will be having some sharp points. Like this, we are having, or we are considering what? We are considering two combs made up of metal. One of the comb, I am representing it as D, placed nearer to that of the pulley B at the bottom side. Then inside the sphere, nearer to that of the pulley C, you are having another metallic comb. This another metallic comb which is placed inside the sphere nearer to that of the pulley C is represented as E. The other side of this pulley is connected to the metal sphere or inside the hollow metal sphere. So I can write like this: D comma E. Okay, D comma E. These two are considered to be what? Considered to be metal combs. So all these are the descriptions. You have to write 5 points. Again, I am repeating it. You see, regarding the description, the Van de Graaff generator consists of a hollow spherical body or a hollow sphere which is mounted on two insulating pillars S and S dash. You are having two pulleys B and C. B placed at the bottom of the device and C is placed inside the hollow sphere. The pulley B is made to get rotated with the help of an electric motor. the pulley B and pulley C are being joined with the help of a belt which runs over the pulleys continuously. The belt is made up of either silk or rubber. So we are calling it out as a rubber belt or a silk belt which runs between the two pulleys B and C continuously. So they are called to be endless belt. Then we are having two metallic combs. An arrangement like that of an comb with the help of an or devised with the help of an metal. So they are called to be metal comb. One of the metal comb is placed nearer to the pulley B at the bottom, and another comb, another metallic comb E, is placed nearer to that of the pulley C inside the hollow sphere. The other end of the metal comb E is connected to the inner side of the hollow sphere. Now, what happens to the other side of the pulley D? The other side of this pulley D is connected to a higher potential in the order of 10 to the power of 4 volt. So the other side of the comb D is connected to the positive terminal of an device or a source which can supply a voltage in the order of 10 to the power of 4 volt, and the other side is earth. So a potential difference of 10,000 volts or 10 to the power of 4 volts is applied to the metallic comb D. This we are taking it out as the description, just 5 points. Now we have to consider the working. I will be writing it on the left hand side of the diagram. See what is the working. Here I am applying a higher potential in the order of 10 to the power of 4 volt, positive terminal. So according to the action of points at these sharp edges of this metallic comb D, you will be having what? At the sharp edge, the radius is considered to be small and the curvature is considered to be greater. So at these sharp ends, you will be having accumulation of what? Accumulation of charges. Here accumulation of positive charges is taking place since the end is connected to the positive potential. So a very high potential in the order of 10 to the power 4 volt applied to the comb D causes the sharp ends to be at or to be concentrated with higher positive charges. When more and more amount of charges are concentrated at this pointed end of metallic comb D, see at this points you can able to get action of points, or you can able to say corona discharge. What do you mean by that? See, we can say the air medium which is available in this vicinity, is getting converted into positive ions and negative ions. Which one? The air medium that is available around this sharp point of the metallic comb D ionizes the air medium and it converts that air atoms or neutral air atoms into positive ions and negative ions. What happens? The positive charge in this metallic comb D now repels the positive charge and negative charges are being attracted. When they are repelling the positive charge, then the positive charge are sprayed on the belt. So what I can say, positive charges are sprayed, they are made to fall, sprayed on the belt. Why? Because after the action of points or corona discharge at these sharp points, the air medium around this comb D, vicinity around this comb D gets ionized. When they get ionized means the neutral air atoms are converted into positive ions and negative ions. the positive charges in the comb D repel the positive ions, whereas the negative ions are being attracted. The repelled positive ions are made to fall on the belt. How? I have written it as the positive charges are sprayed on the belt. See, now what we have to do is, we have to make the electric motor to work. When the electric motor is made to work, the electric motor makes this pulley B to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So what happens when this pulley B rotates in anti-clockwise direction? Then the positive charges which are sprayed on the belt continuously moves towards what? Continuously they move towards the pulley C. Isn't it? Continuously the positive charges are made to get sprayed on the belt. The belt is now made to get rotated by rotating the pulley B with the help of the motor. So the positive charges along with the belt are carried to what? Along with the belt are carried to the pulley C. When the positive charges are carried to the pulley C, the positive charges now induce, see, the positive charges will be coming down like this. When the pulley is getting rotated, it is coming down like this. Now, by the phenomenon of electrostatic induction, these positive charges will induce what? Will induce negative charges at the sharp points. So, at the sharp points, you can able to get negative charges to be induced. When a negative charge is induced here, automatically on the other side you will be having what? You will be having the positive charge. So when a negative charge is induced at the sharp point, a positive charge is induced at the other end. Since the arrangement is a sphere, it is an hollow sphere. Already we have studied that the charges given to the sphere is uniformly distributed over its surface. So whenever a negative charge is induced in this sharp point, a positive charge is induced on the sphere and the positive charge gets uniformly distributed over what? Uniformly distributed over the surface of the sphere. See, this go on increasing because the positive charge is continuously coming up when the belt gets rotated. What happens to these positive charges available in this belt? Here, again you can say action of points is made to take place. Again, action of points is made to take place. Because the negative charges are accumulated at these sharp points. The negative charges which are getting accumulated here, again produces the neutral atoms to get ionized into positive ions as well as into what? Positive ions as well as into negative ions. Now, the negative ions in the sharp points will repel the negative ions. After ionization, the positive ions and negative ions are available in this vicinity. That negative ions are repelled by the negative ions in the comb, sharp points in the comb. That negative ions will neutralize what? Will neutralize the positive charges in this. The positive charges in this. Since it neutralizes the positive charges in this, automatically there is no charge left in this belt and we can say the descending belt is not having any charge. When the descending belt is not having any charge and when the descending belt reaches the point D, again the charges will be sprayed on the belt and when the belt rotates, it carries the charge to pulley C and the process gets repeated. When the process gets repeated, each and every time, it induces the positive charges in the sphere. And the positive charges in the sphere go on gets increased. When the positive charges on the sphere go on increased, these positive charges gets accumulated over the sphere to produce a very large voltage in the order of 10 to the power of 7 volt. But there is a limitation. This positive charge, this sphere can't able to accommodate more than a particular amount of charges in it. If the limit exceeds, then this positive charges will also tries to leak out to the air. And again, the action of points may take place. And because of that, the charges available inside or charges available on the surface of the sphere got reduced. And then the potential will also got reduced. So we have to avoid that. For that, what we have to do? In order to avoid that is in order to avoid the leakage of charges from the sphere or action of points from the sphere, the whole device should be enclosed inside a chamber. It should be enclosed inside a steel chamber. And inside this steel chamber, some gas has to be enclosed, and the gas enclosed should be under high pressure. So by enclosing the whole device, the Van de Graaff generator, inside an steel chamber, and inside that steel chamber we have to make some gas to be present, and the gas present inside the chamber should be of very high pressure. Then automatically the leakage of charges from the sphere can be avoided. If it is avoided, then only you can able to develop a very large potential in the order of 10 to the power of 7 volt. Hope you should have understood the concept. See, I will be explaining the working again. See, when you are considering the working, initially you consider the potential that was being applied to the comb D. The potential applied is 10 to the power of 4 volt. That potential produces positive charges at the sharp point. Due to the accumulation of positive charges at the sharp point, you can able to get action of points. That is, the positive charge in the comb D will ionize the air medium which is around this sharp points. Because of that, the neutral air atoms are converted into positive ions and negative ions. If they are converted into positive ions and negative ions, then the negative ions are attracted by the positive charges in the comb, and the positive charges are repelled. They are made to fall on the belt. Usually we are saying the charges are sprayed on the belt. The belt acquires the positive charges. The positive charges will stick on to the belt, and the belt will be carrying the charges to the pulley C, since the pulley B is rotated with the help of the electric motor. So the positive charges are moving up and reaching the pulley C. When it is descending down, the positive charges, by the phenomenon of electrostatic induction, induces negative charges to the sharp points in the pulley. So, not in the pulley, sharp points in the metallic comb E. By the electrostatic induction, if negative charges are induced on the nearer side, means on the far side equal number of positive charges are available. So the positive charges which are being given to the sphere is uniformly distributed over its sphere. Now what happens again? The positive charges which induces the negative charges at the sharp point again produces action of points or corona discharge, which makes the air medium to get ionized, so that positive ions and negative ions are being produced. Here the negative ions are repelled and positive ions are attracted. The repelled negative ions are attracted by the positive charges in the belt, and the descending belt is having no charge. Since the descending belt is having no charge, it can able to acquire fresh amount of charges which are being repelled by the comb D, and they are again carried to pulley C. Again the process goes on repeated till the belt is revolving in between B and C. So whenever it carries a charge, the charges are being transferred to the metallic sphere, and more amount of charges are distributed over its surface till it reaches a very higher value or a limiting value in the order of 10 to the power of 7 volt. If the sphere exceeds its limit, then the charges in the sphere also start to get leaked out by the phenomenon of action of points. In order to avoid that, the whole device is enclosed inside a steel chamber which is filled up with a gas at high pressure, so that we can able to avoid the leakage of charges from the sphere due to action of points. Hope you should have understood. The next one, what are the applications of the Van de Graaff generator? See, generally we can say the Van de Graaff generator as an particle accelerator. We can consider this as a particle accelerator. We will be studying about this particle accelerator in atomic physics or in nuclear physics. Later we will see. What is the use of this particle accelerator? Particle means we can say proton, then positron, then we can say electron, neutron, like that. Alpha particle, or we can say helium nucleus, He2 4, like helium, not helium nucleus, it has to be considered as a helium ion, etc. So here I have considered only positively charged particles. I have considered only positively charged particles. These positively charged particles like proton, positron, alpha particle, helium nucleus, also you can say deuteron. These are some of the positively charged particles can get accelerated with the help of this Van de Graaff generator. Can get accelerated. See, when it is getting accelerated means they are made to move faster. If they are made to move faster means that particles can acquire energy. Particles can acquire what? Particles can acquire energy. By acquiring some amount of energy, the particles can hit a target nucleus which can produce nuclear reactions. So particles can acquire energy, and using this energized particle we can able to perform most of the nuclear reactions. So this we are calling it out as Van de Graaff generator and its applications. And very important question which is repeatedly asked in 12th standard examination, even in your last year 2020 March question paper, we are having this question asked. Okay, so with this I have completed the theory part of the first lesson, and already the second lesson and third lesson is dealt with some other teachers. So I will be dealing with some other lessons, and let us wait till the next video. Thank you.